because nothing costs $1 anymore. So you 2 pennies each time you go up $1. Louise, okay, you do the fucking math in your head. Oh, buenas. Which camera?
Camera 1.
Oh, buenas, my Cornesia, San Antonio, Puyallup,
I don't know.
Puyallup, Washington. Someone or somewhere in Pacific Standard Time, according to Glenn Castro. Welcome to our show. I'm Troy Torres.
And I'm Johnnie Rosario.
From Kandit News here at our studios in Hagutnia for what's supposed to be our everyday morning show. It's the afternoon now, but you know, we're on Tomorrow Standard Time in this Tomorrow Standard District. Standard Tomorrow Time? Where are you guys all from? Let's just...
San Antonio's in the house. Hi, San Antonio.
Washington State is in the house. Somewhere, Glenn, where are you within the Pacific Standard Time region? And everyone else, tell us where you are in the comments so we can all say hello. Well, we're in Hagutnia, or Agania, as my grandparents knew it. And today, we just got a whole bunch of different things. First things first, because I'm gay and Johnny's half gay.
I'm not. I'm not. Right, honey? I'm not.
Happy Gay Pride Month. Happy Gay Pride Month, and not to bring light to a very serious situation, but actually to highlight a very serious situation is the story, and actually this is something that Johnny and I and our girlfriends, and one gay friend in our group chat knew about, because, and I'm not sure if we have her permission to say her name, but a friend of ours, one of our friends, took in a boy who happened to become yesterday the salutatorian of Teton High School.
Yeah.
Right?
No, let's not see that name or see.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Here's a bright fella. It's a bright fella.
That's something like a straight person would say.
No, you know what I mean. He's a bright kid.
Governor Eddie
worked hard.
used to say, you know, Troy, you're a great fella. So he's a bright fella, yes?
Yeah, you know, he's a kid that went to school probably every day. I would have never, if I could never get salutatorian.
Every day.
Yeah, fuck that. If my life depended on it. Well, and apparently he came out to his father.
To his sperm donor.
That he was gay. And
yesterday, right?
The day, I think the night before graduation. And I guess the father shot him down. And didn't show up to his graduation.
Didn't fucking show up to his graduation. So, okay, you can have your feelings or whatever about, but it's not, I'm not a parent, so I won't even begin to try to understand it, but I suppose
I'm a parent.
Some parents would have a hard time, and
yes,
and you work through that, right?
Yeah.
But if your child is graduating, that had nothing to do with your kid being gay, you know, like that just had everything to do with what's in your kid's brain and his motivation, his pride, so to speak, about himself and what he's able to attend.
I would have been like, I don't give a fuck, you're gay, I'm going. Like, I'm gonna be, the parent is gonna get an award. Like,
you're gonna be like, what, child? You're in National Honor Society?
You can do whatever.
Your dad on the bleachers.
You can do anything you want. You can love anything, anybody you want. I will be one proud parent. But that's just me.
If I were a parent, I guess, depending on the choices the kid made, I would either go to a lot of functions or be in jail as a consequence.
Of that?
Of certain choices. Yeah, like if let's say my kid made a choice and, like, you know, someone broke his heart, you know.
Oh, I've been through that. And your heart breaks with them, but they'll get over it. They just need some time. And I learned that from my mom.
We can both climb over the mountain from the grave that I dig up for
Yeah. Be like, Mom, I killed this person. Okay, son, you were never here. Just go home, and I will take care of the rest.
Yeah. So, so this kid, his dad, didn't go to the graduation, and it's a really heartbreaking story when you think of it that way. But he stood tall on his own, on that stage, and he made everybody else proud. And so, you know what, kid? Fuck him.
We
You
here
know?
at Kandit, we are very proud of you.
Yeah.
You are going places.
Yeah, please don't be discouraged by that. I mean, if he didn't go to your graduation, well, fuck, tough shit. He's the one who missed it.
Yeah.
So happy Gay Pride Month with that note. On another note, maybe many of you missed the graduation. Maybe you wanted to like stream it from your phone or something, but you had Docomo phone service. So yesterday, we started getting a bunch of questions about what the hell is going on with Docomo, and like some of them were like, we could only contact you now because our phones were out the whole day.
Yep.
And you know what? If you have something bad to say about Docomo, I just have to tell you, just come straight to me first. Because I've hated Docomo for a long time. I think I probably mentioned this Docomo thing in like my second or third show last year. It was just, that's how much I fucking hate Docomo. And so I'm telling you guys, like, I've been saying this for the longest time, and I just think, I know that I'm right, that Docomo sucks balls, and they will never ever, like, the reason they suck so bad isn't...
Wait, Troy, can all these people who have issues with Docomo come together and file, like, some kind of suit? Some kind of,
I don't know.
I think that's how that works. If you are a big company and you are fucked up to more than half of your fucking clients, I'm pretty sure those clients can go and file something. But I don't know what it's called. I'm not.
I don't know. I guess, I mean, do we have lawyer friends? Oh, by the way, if you want to participate in our show, like your voice and everything, call us now at 922-6397, or throughout the show. We'll take your call. You'll be on the air or whatever. You don't have to use your real name or anything if you don't want.
Yeah, even if you want to call and just cuss us out because you don't like us.
We love those calls.
Too.
No, really. Okay, seriously, we like criticism as long as the argument can be held like point for point, you know, like fact for fact, opinion for, you know, whatever it is, right? We're good with that. We're okay with that. And it always, when it's an adult conversation like that,
Yeah.
it tends to lead to more facts or even the truth of the matter,
And then
which is important.
then usually we end up helping each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong.
And neither
Most
can
of-
I.
most of the time.
Neither do I. I like admitting when I'm wrong.
So,
Josh won't agree to that.
Josh is just-
Hi, cousin Shelly. She's in California.
Hi, cousin Shell. Are you with Artie? And let's see who else is here. Is she just your sister?
Who?
Right here.
Which one? What's the name? No.
Oh.
That's my friend Annette. We went to school together.
Okay. Irene from Dedido, Doreen from Barragata. Glenn, okay, you're in Tacoma. How are all of the other, how are like most of the Chamorros in the world doing in Tacoma?
Yeah, there's a lot of Chamorros there, huh?
Yeah, I think it was from the A76, whatever, that when there was the closure of NAS Agania and like SRF closed down or whatever, a lot of the skilled Chamorros went to that part of Washington. Samantha from Nimitz Hill, Ina from Machechi. Oh, they have a lot of sex offenders there. Oh, and we'll do the sex offender thing at the end of this. We're gonna continue with Mighty and probably move into like Totu. Hi, Vanessa. Lance, yes. Okay, back to Docomo. Boycott Docomo. We'll try to find an answer on that whole.
I know Romeo
lawsuit
Carlos
thing.
would be willing to help too because he wants to start
Oh yeah.
a revolution.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Docomo.
awesome.
Yeah. So.
And
Yeah.
Romeo's really good at these things too. Romeo Carlos is the author of Guam Blog, And if you haven't been on his page recently, guamblog.tumblr.com, guamblog.tumblr.com. He's got, over the past couple of days, he's shot up like 4 new stories, I think.
Very good
and they're
stories.
all worth reading. And we're actually going to read a couple of them further along here in the show. So, with Docomo, what the hell was I saying about Docomo?
You just don't like Docomo, Troy.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, just
His experience with Docomo is.
facts here. Okay, so so Docomo, not only is their service shitty, but when you call them to tell them about your service, like
They're
the
even more
first
shitty.
thing they do,
Yeah.
aside from making you wait after putting you on hold through their phone system, which, by the way, I fucking hate phone systems. There needs to be a human being on the other side after like 4 rings or less. That's the rule, okay? So, Docomo, when they finally answer the phone and you get some 12-year-old who is behind the counter, they have some policy or something where first, after you express to them what your problem is, they make you believe that you're the person who's responsible for the problem. Like, bitch, I already reset my phone 4 fucking times before I made this fucking phone call. What, can I have one?
Yes.
What happened?
One second. Well, my theory on whenever you call a call center and
Docomo.
the lady is very, very sexy voice, you know.
It's a fat girl. It's a fat girl.
The voice that turns you on, you know, makes you feel good.
Now she may be playing some slow jams around 10 p.m. while she's eating her pasta.
Can I get the lighter? Oh, right here.
Where is my barbecue pit size lighter?
I don't know. Where's the pink lighter?
Is
Is it in the bathroom?
I don't know. Well, anyway, so now solutions, because you know when we have problems, we should always have solutions. And let me bring it up.
The solution is to go to iTeeny.
Yeah, that's how'd you know?
Good.
But that's the truth, right? And I promise you, this is where iTeeny needs to send us. We need to send iTeeny a fucking invoice for this because I asked my friend. So I was like, look, I'm gonna roast Docomo in a second. So send me your latest promo. My friend at iTeeny.
And they never make you feel stupid. If you're having a problem paying your bill or you just have issues and you call them and you ask them if they can help you figure it out, you know, they'll actually try to help you.
Our poor account exec.
Yeah.
Because you have a corporate account?
And Troy likes to yell.
I don't fucking yell at iTeeny.
So when I'm sitting by and Troy's calling someone that if he has an issue, I'm like, okay, Troy, can we please be nice? Troy like just looks at me like, fuck you, Miss Nice Queen.
Nice queen. I see we added a consonant. Amazing summer, amazing iPhones. Oh, Chelu, can we, okay, one second. We just put this on the screen for everyone. Share. iMac. Accept. Here's the downloads. Jesus Christ. Open. Okay. Go for it. So this is iTeeny's latest promo called Amazing Summer, Amazing iPhones. Oh, it's about iPhones. Okay. Yeah. Which one? Oh, is the NDI thing?
Yeah, right there at the bottom right, Troy.
No, I know. It's I have to redo it. Over. Oh, you know what? Sorry. It's the I have to change the Wi-Fi. And okay, go for it. So Amazing Summer, Amazing iPhones. Get up to 30% off select iPhones when you sign up for unlimited 4G LTE. And it truly is unlimited 4G LTE. It's not that shit that slows down when you reach a, you know, it's in the fine print and the Docomo and GTA ads or whatever, or contracts. With iTunes, it really is unlimited. It doesn't slow down. You like, even if you're watching like 30 porns a day and Netflix and whatever, it doesn't, like, you don't get lopped off. On the Freedom Plan, enjoy a $50 credit on your account when you switch over. Oh, see? Look at that. If you switch over from Docomo, you get a $50 credit. This is like works all around. We really need to bill ITini for this because oh shit.
Oh, go ahead and answer.
Can you take?
Oh,
or
yeah,
you want,
give me.
okay.
Let me have it.
Okay. So $80. Oh, so it used to be $88 a month. Oh shit, you guys will be paying less than we will. If you sign up now, you get unlimited 4G LTE data, and I believe this is also unlimited calls and texts for $80 a month. This is a 1 year or 2 year contract.
2 year.
It says 1 or 2.
Okay, I don't know how to get in there.
1 or 2 year contract. Oh, you were able to answer? Or?
I missed it.
Oh, okay. So must sign 1 or 2 year contract to avail of $80 Freedom Plan. Promotional pricing available on $50 plan or higher. $50 port-in credit applicable to account only. Standard terms and conditions apply. No, seriously, go to ITini. They have their main store, which is in Harmon Industrial Park. They have their stores at Agani Shopping Center, GPO, the mall, and I think that's it. If I'm mistaken, just friend from ITini, just message me, and I'll see your message as soon as Johnny's off my phone. She just took a phone call from someone. Cedric Maravilla says, going to make the switch when my contract is over, fuck Docomo. Yeah, we agree. So Johnny was mentioning that that Romeo Cardis might know a thing or two about Docomo customers getting together to do what, right? So either to get you guys off of those contracts that you're on, because there's got to be something in those contracts that protects you as consumers from their failure as providers, or to even take your money back, get back the money that you've been spending. Because, I mean, if you think about it, without even thinking about the loss in productivity that you have in your personal and professional lives, that aside, which is significant alone, when Docomo isn't able to provide you with 1 day of service out of the month, that's 1/30th of their contract with you, of your contract with them. That's not something that's insignificant. That's something that should not be overlooked. And you know, for years, people have been, I'm not the only person who complains about Docomo. For years, people have been complaining about Docomo. And the fact that they still haven't figured out their shit tells you they don't give a fuck, okay? So, I want to go on and on about that, but it'll be redundant. Hafide Bree Ringbold from the Bay Area. Thanks for joining our show. Francis Wright says, after a couple years of complaining about a problem with TV reception and Docomo not correcting the problem, we reported it to the FCC. Problem solved. Francis, can you tell us more about what your complaint entailed and how that process goes? Maybe write it in the comments so that more people will know how that goes. Familiam Quintanilla says, crooks up in Docoho. There's actually a Docoho.
Yeah, and she's calling you out, Troy.
Oh, where is she?
Her and her child matching.
Here? Right here?
No, there's a picture that she put up, and
They put up a family picture of SeaWorld?
no,
Oh.
she put a picture of her and her man, and she's like, child matching, hashtag.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They're proud of that. That's not something to be proud of.
I know.
Lisa Geisinger says fried chicken, not pasta. Is everything okay?
Yes, everything's okay, but the news isn't good.
About
What?
our news?
Yeah, he's still at that 8 precinct.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, Hello, Sean Nelson, Hoffaday, Brandy Sanchez Hall. Brandy, I was reading something that you wrote on Facebook regarding the criminal justice system, and yeah, it's and so we'll look more into that as well. Michelle Mendiola says Hoffaday from Killeen, Texas. Hoffaday, are you in the military, Michelle, or is your family member in the military? Brian, Amy Clark Rivera says shouldn't be a breach of contract on Docomo's end. We would think so, but she just never, like, people have been complaining about Docomo for the longest time. You would really think. And Vanessa Navarro says, Hokomo. So the inside joke here is that Bobby Ho Otoigui works at Docomo, so it kind of fits. Like, it's a problem that can never be fixed because it's just part of their culture to prostitute themselves and fuck other people over. So, Bobby Joe Otoigui, Docomo, they work together. Moving on. Oh, that's how we write notes. Where am I? Oh, there. Oh, the kids fundraiser.
Oh, let me open that. Guam Hogs is having a fundraiser for. Here, this is what it says. The GHMC hosts the annual
Do you
Christmas.
want to cast that here?
Yeah.
Just airdrop it.
Let me see. How do I do this? Share.
Or can he see your computer?
No.
Oh.
He cannot see my computer.
Joey Nanesi says, Toka, tell your husbands to quit if they work at Docomo or else.
Troy, I don't know how to send this.
Bill Cruz says, Hoffaday, Johnny, and Troy.
Here, I don't know how to send this.
The airdrop thing. This one, I think it's this one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just learning Mac.
It should probably, yeah, there it is.
Okay. Let Troy just open that and then I'll read off the screen.
Joey Nanesi says, I think Docomo and ITNE still goes through GTA lines. I'm not sure that
Everybody has to.
That might be true, except GTA sucks because they employ Dan Sidinko. What happened to the thing? GHMC, is that it?
Yeah.
How come it's not opening?
Close that first.
It's not even appearing here.
Close it. Yeah. Close our bill.
Oh, it might be here. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, Guam
Go ahead and
Hogs.
cast to the screen.
Guam Hogs MC Christmas in July. GHMC bringing Christmas cheer to Guam's children in need. They are the GHMC. Huh?
Oh, you don't see it on my screen? Wait, hold on. Really? But you see my screen? Because I closed the ITNE ad.
Hang on, people.
Yeah.
Let me just read it anyway.
They
right?
better not ever what do you call that? Change Christmas to July. You know how there's all these Christmas in July.
I think with Guam Hogs, they really prepare so that the kids enjoy Christmas. So I believe they've always done it like this.
Oh no, I'm just saying, I just hope they never move Christmas to July.
Yeah, because Troy wants
birthday's
2 birthday gifts. He just doesn't want one.
My birthday's in July, so I always feel bad for people born in December because I'm like, wow, that sucks. Because if your parents are Jewing you,
Yeah.
Do you see it now, Chalu?
Okay.
Go ahead.
The GHMC hosts the annual Christmas in July ride to bring cheer to Guam's children in need. They provide soft toys, teddy bears to the children's ward at Guam Memorial Hospital, as well as provide toiletries and school supplies to Sanctuary, Department of Youth Affairs, Erica's House of Hope, and the Alley Shelter. How can you help? You can contact any of our GHMC members and make a donation for coloring books, crayons, soft toys, teddy bears, toiletries, and school supplies. You can drop off donations at VFW Post 1509 in Jigo, Harley Davidson, Guam, in Mighty, KO's Tavern and Wild Bill's, both in Tumuning, Ladas in Anigua, or with any of the GHMC members.
Those are all the bars that they go to, huh?
I think
Like
so.
Guam Hogs?
So, and then there's also a, I guess they're going to do a ride around the island, and they meet Sunday, July 14 at Shirley's in Agania. Meetup is 9 a.m. and they have a safety briefing, and they roll out at 9:45. All MC riding groups and solo riders are invited to join us in spreading Christmas cheer to Guam's children in need. As a bonus, we will be hosting an after party at Wild Bill's in Tumuning at the end of the ride.
Let's go to that.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to, so.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, everybody, if you can donate for Guam's children in need, this is a pretty good cause.
So I'm not sure if you're listening to this, how many of you know the sort of situation that tens of thousands of Guam's kids live through every single day. And we know this, and there's data on it based on, like things that are reported in the Guam public school system. And we know it because, we know that world, right?
Yeah.
There are every day tens of thousands of kids struggle just as much, even worse than their parents do, because they just don't have a lot of resources, and like
as well as summertime, Easter break, Christmas break. Some
they're
of
going
these
hungry.
kids go to school just to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
They're hungry.
Yeah.
And toward the end of the month, especially when there's not enough food in the food stamps card, these kids they're not eating. But if you think about it, if there's not enough money for food, there's not going to be enough money for toothbrushes, toothpaste, soap, and then there's clothes. They're not even getting toys. I mean,
even when you come across children that are hungry, a lot of people tend to say, where the fuck's their parents? And it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you have extra food, feed them. It's not the child's fault. So we do have a lot of people that wanna, they wanna open their mouth and not fucking help. So whenever I come across people like
they're
that,
called
it
senators.
just fucking. No, you know what we call them in our family?
What?
The Joneses. That's what we call them in my family.
Oh, who are they?
Oh, I promised my mom I would stop.
In my family's not like a regular Chamorro family. We don't we how most families are, like, they're big families, and the brothers and sisters, they all meet at one of their houses, maybe every night, and like they never get tired of each other, but there's always some kind of fight happening. My family's not like that. We're we used to be Thanksgiving, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, maybe Easter, and Sunday barbecues. Oh, Jesus Christ, that hurts.
Here's the gun.
Sunday barbecues. I've self-diagnosed myself with an ear infection, and according to WebMD, I may have meningitis. And if I look further, I may have cancer or something. None of my grandparents.
I just
died.
think someone has to start it. I think if one of you started it, it would work out.
No, we're okay. Sure.
No, I know you're okay, but if you did call them for dinner or whatever, they would come, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just everybody gets busy.
And we don't fight in my family. Like, we never talk, so we never.
Yeah, I think me and my sisters, we don't really fight. We just yell loud, and then. But they're usually yelling at me, so,
But you guys are close together in age, right?
No, there's 7 of us, and the oldest is 50, and the youngest is 38. So there is a gap. There's gaps in each and every one of us, but.
My oldest sister is 9 years older than me.
What year was she born?
She's 9 years older than me, so she's gonna be 40. Ooh.
49?
My sister's gonna be 48 this year, and then my youngest sister is gonna be, or just turned 13. So there's like a big gap, and so that's another reason we don't really fight. It's because we don't have time to understand each other, so we just accept everything. And they have done a lot of accepting with me. Like,
you know, my sisters are pretty nice. They won't usually call me out, but you know, when they've had enough, yeah, they'll call me out.
So, I was thinking about political correctness. God damn, this ear infection. I'm pretty sure it's an ear infection. Johnny's like, it's your teeth.
It's a meth tooth.
Meth tooth.
Well, I can't tease him about his teeth because mine fucking chipped too, so.
Okay, so I was thinking about this political correctness thing because I heard Senator Sabina Perez on the radio earlier today, and she was talking about her balloon bill. 99 loose balloons.
Yeah.
So it's a relative. Well, okay, it's not a stupid bill, but her
it's
timing.
To like save the turtle, save the whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
But actually, someone was saying that's not necessarily true. That most of the trash that's in the ocean is the result of natural disasters. It's a result of people not securing their shit outside their homes.
Yeah, but if we can just help a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, I think it'll help. You know? So.
I'm not into paper straws.
No. I'm just saying. But I just think that the signing of this bill or this legislation is full of shit with everything else that's going on.
It's the timing, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what people are pissed off about, is that there was a gang of machete-wielding idiots who attacked a bunch of cars.
Exaggerated.
Over-exaggerated, according to the governor and Mayor Melissa Suarez of Jeddah.
Troy, if I was there in that fucking line, you best believe I will run those motherfuckers over.
That's what I didn't understand.
I wouldn't have given them a chance.
Why don't you just reverse and then, you know, like, that's self-defense. That's like, that's the what's that law?
I think they took that out of the law we passed here for
That's the Castro law.
Yeah, I don't think that they took that part out. I think
the cars.
Yeah.
Why did they take it out?
I don't know.
Fucking pansies. So, but still self-defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, officer, that dead guy had a machete. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, they're lucky they didn't get run over.
And I have a Jeep, so like it wouldn't have dented the bumper or the fence. So, you know, it's an easy choice for me, you know? The Jeep or...
That these people that got machete to their car those kids don't have insurance. Those kids don't have money. It's gonna go against their insurance to fix their fucking car. And then the insurance premium will go up because of that incident.
Better to kill them.
No, not better, but I'm just saying the victim suffers some more, you know?
Well, I'm saying better.
And it doesn't matter that they were Chukis. It doesn't matter. Even if they were fucking Chamorro, I would have ran their fucking ass over.
Even more if they were Chamorro. Because, you know, I have like, I set for my own people like a higher standard.
Yeah, well.
You know.
It doesn't matter. And these kids that are getting involved doing bad things down at the Pure, you know who needs to be responsible? Their fucking parents.
I heard the mother of two of those kids was getting upset.
Yes. And
with
she had a
the Pure
backing.
family.
There was a couple people saying, you know, the mom was there. Well, what the fuck was she doing?
What the fuck was she doing then? Then she should, if she knew what was going on, she should be hauled into fucking jail with her
Parents
kids.
need to be held accountable for their children's actions.
Again, if I were a parent and my kid embarrassed me like that, holy shit.
Romeo, even if the cars were too tightly, I would have reversed right into one car and slammed that motherfucker.
It's crazy. It's crazy. You better believe she would do that.
The worst one. I tried to run Josh over.
Allegedly, how long ago was this?
The statute of
3 years
limitations
ago?
has passed.
Oh, it has not passed?
It has passed.
Oh, it has passed.
But he would never, even if I did run his ass over or stab him, he would lie to the police.
Who was it that ran over someone at in the parking lot?
It was.
They run Mariana's Dirty Laundry.
Yes, it was over at the NCS Smart, and I guess the girlfriend saw the boyfriend with the Chatmac, and the fucking girlfriend fucking slammed the fucking girl, but no cops were called.
Gangster.
The guy, I guess, convinced the Chatmac, like, oh, please don't call the police. I'll just give it to you one more time.
The moral of the story is don't fuck with this girl. Can you say her name?
No, I don't.
Check Mariana's Dirty Laundry. So there's that. There's the machete thing. There was, where's my memory?
There was a lot of men that pled out for CSC and no jail time.
Oh yeah, this is a shitload of crimes against women and children.
And then there's fake crimes, women that fucking want attention.
Oh yeah, we will.
But I don't think we can touch on that, but we will.
Yeah.
We'll
gonna
get
to that.
you. Yeah.
We're gonna get to that. So, all of that's happening. Last week was a pretty bad week. It was a pretty demoralizing week. If you consider yourself to be, a patriot of Guam, a proud citizen, or whatever, just someone who is proud that this is your home and that this is where you're raising your family.
It's not the same like before. Your neighbors, when they see the neighbor struggling, that neighbor will go to the other. If my parents didn't come home on time and the Cepedas across the street would notice that we didn't eat, they'll make sure we ate. It's not the same time anymore.
What would they cook?
Good food. The Cepedas always cook good food.
Would your mom cook good food
Oh,
too,
really
right?
good food. My mom's a great cook. Yeah. She makes the best shrimp calaguan.
And cut and what?
Uhang. My mom makes the best everything.
That's Dan Tidinko's favorite, cut and hang. So
Hogansuni. My mom makes really good food.
I love Hogansuni. So the point is that all of those things were happening, and Sabina Perez decided it was the right time to introduce her bill. It's like, are you crazy? Are you kidding? And it's not like there were a lot of other bills introduced in the legislature. This one just stood out as like, okay, of the 7, I think it's 7? Mm-hmm. 7 bills.
There was 11 things that happened last week at the legislature.
In their calendar, and 7 bills that were introduced.
Yes.
Out of the 7 bills that were introduced, one of them was this balloon bill. Granted, and to the credit of, I think it's Therese Terlahi, Amanda Shelton, and maybe Joe Augustine or Jim Wennon. To their credit, 3 of their bills dealt with making things better for kids. One of them, I think it's Jim Wennon, specifically was about increasing penalties or some shit for people who do things against kids. I can't remember. But it was something that we thought was, okay, well, there's a senator who is in touch with reality.
Therese Terlahi is very in touch with reality.
I think she's my favorite senator.
Yeah.
And Clinton Ridgell, it's like a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those two are thinkers. They seem independently motivated just to do what's right. And granted, Senator Therese Terlahi's personality is a little dry, right? But who cares? Is she a good senator? Yeah, we think so. Does she?
She'll give you the facts.
Yeah.
She won't try to balabola you and keep talking in circles. And when you ask her questions, she's not going to give you another example of something else. Sorry, that is my new biggest pet peeve. Is if I ask you a question, answer the fucking question. Don't give me 3 answers and still didn't answer my question.
If she asks you a question, just know that she already knows what the answer should be. And if that's not the answer that you're given, you better have the citation of law that prevents you from being killed. so as I was, I can't believe, I'm bringing this back full circle. Like,
Yeah,
it was,
you are.
So, as I was listening to Sabina Perez on the Andrea Pellicani show, she was saying, she was, talking about her bill or whatever, and, kudos to her, because I guess it could be a good bill, it's just the timing that sucks, right? So, she was saying something, and then I couldn't follow the next thing she was saying because she used what is fast becoming like a term of political correctness or political jargon, so to speak. She said, on the front end, there's blah, 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 and in the back end, there's blah, 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 blah. And it was totally out of context, if I can remember correctly. Like, it's not what the front end and back end are, that's a marketing term. And you can tell when senators hear terms and then misappropriate them is because they make absolutely no sense whatsoever, and normally these are marketing terms that they use, and so you can tell that they've been consulting with someone, like a political consultant or something. So I realized that I've heard this more than once, this front end, back end thing.
I bet.
I bet. So I was like, all right, okay, this is just totally like out of context, Senator. Like when in my world, so when I like to direct matters from the front end into the back end. And on special occasions like holidays and my birthday, no, not my birthday. On special occasions, that can be in reverse.
When you get a treat.
Well, yeah, there has to be a connection. Like, it's not like, that is special shit, literally. But on my birthday, there are multiple ends.
Okay, what Troy's trying to say is
that using those terms are stupid.
Yeah.
There's no need to be politically correct. There is an absolute
And
need.
I really feel like Guam we just want answers. And now that we can record everything, we'll fucking play back what you just said. I really love that. I really love that people get treated better if they know you're connected to Kandit. It kind of pisses me off because you should treat people
the way people should be treated.
Exactly. And be nice just because that's who you are. Not because, oh, your mom's Johnnie? Oh, your best friend's Troy? Oh, no, be nice. Because you get more honey. You get more bees with honey.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm working on that too as a person. I'm trying to be nice, I am. I really am.
She is. But once she sets her mind to something,
you gotta stand for something and
That's
believe
true.
in something and not allow people.
Meaning you have to have a spine.
Yeah, you gotta. If even if it's something that if someone comes to me and it says something about Troy, of course my defense is gonna go up. Of course I'm gonna defend him because and even if he doesn't hear it, I'm gonna fucking defend him. I'm not gonna play this. Oh, you're right, and yeah, Troy's wrong, and I'm gonna stand up for my friends.
But sometimes before that happens, she pauses for like 30 seconds so that she can get as much information as she can before she's unable to hold herself back.
Mm-hmm. Or I'll just tell them, you need to get up from this chair, or I'm gonna get up because I'm about to hurt you.
Allegedly.
Because someone told me that Aprone is not a pedophile. Okay?
A pedophile. Look at him. Look at him.
And I could not help but laugh my fucking ass off. Yeah.
Those people are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Ugh. Anyway, we do have a couple phone calls to make.
Oh, let me just read this. Just
Oh, yeah.
a little portion of Romeo's Jane. This is in
Oh, that's
Guamblog.
can we cast it?
Yes.
Oh, actually, I think I have it here.
Just open Guamblog. It's the first. It's the first one. Guamblog.tumblr.com. And the funny part here is, you know, back in the day, women didn't have Kotex. I'm not sure what they used. I've never asked an older lady what they used, but I guess the Guam Bureau of Women's Affairs that's what they're talking about.
You know, go ahead and cast on my screen. So when in this current climate of crimes against women and children, you would think. Oh, I don't know. You would think that the Bureau of Women's Affairs, which is being staffed by someone who is highly competent at public policy and communication, would see to it or would take charge in pursuing the governor, who is a woman, her policies to solve these problems from the root by getting all these different agencies together and blah, 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 right? Can you see the screen now?
You didn't press it, Troy.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
Son of a bitch.
Right there. Yeah.
How about now?
Close it first.
I'm sorry?
Quit it.
Oh, quitting the NDI?
Yeah.
I think I should probably, after this show, reset the computer, right?
We really need to buy memory or whatever that thing's called.
iCloud space or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. How about now?
So me as a woman of Guam, right? When you think of Guam Bureau of Women's Affairs, you would think. What do you think of? Like a lot of us don't know what this is.
Well, I would think they would just focus on women's issues.
Okay.
And women's issues, that's like a very broadly, like 50% of the population or whatever is.
Women's issues, meaning for every dollar that a man gets paid, a woman gets paid 70 cents to the dollar, or did they change that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I think that's what it is.
Okay.
So that's an issue, a woman's issue, right?
Absolutely, I would think.
What else red tape do women have here on Guam?
Well, getting employed itself. I mean, the hiring
because
process itself.
women usually have to stay home, watch the kids. So getting women into school, education, so they can get a job, so that they can provide for their family.
Oh,
right?
Even in the criminal justice system. I mean, just among like as a community sort of moray, crackhead dads are viewed with less what's the term, vitriol than crackhead moms. You know, with it's like if you put one a male parent against a female parent by comparison, and both of them are on the news for being on drugs.
The mother's always the worst.
Yeah, the mother's always the worst. People are always
and I understand why. It's because you're supposed to be the mother. You know, you're supposed to think of your children first.
Well, what about the dad?
Yeah, well, it's not in their. I don't know how to say it, but anyways, so.
And then violence against women.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna read just a little bit of what Romeo says here. Jane, the $70,000 joke on women. Jane is actually Jane Flores. She's the one running the Guam Bureau of Women's Affairs, and she was appointed by the governor. Correct?
I think she was an important part of her transition team, and also her campaign.
Yeah, and she probably did her speech, right?
We heard.
She did her State of the Island address about, I'm here, Guam. We're here. We're here to protect you. Let's pat ourselves on the back. All of you people who work for this island, let's stand up and pat ourselves on the back.
I've always liked, I mean, I guess Jane's no longer going to like me, but I'm just,
Well,
Jane,
I don't
I've
go
always
around
liked
looking
you.
for these for what I know. I only know what I do know because I listen to. Anyways, Guam Blogs writes, women and young girls are being brutalized daily, raped, assaulted, molested, beaten, left to carry to term their rapist child. In the midst of ever-increasing violence against women and girls, and this is what the island's first female governor, handpicked for the re-established Bureau of Women's Affairs, is focused on, the rag. Hurry up, Jesus, we ain't gonna last much longer.
That's so gross.
And I guess she did a Pacific Island Times, what is this called, Troy?
Article?
Article, and it's called The Monthly Visit. So that's your period, you know. That's been going on for as long as women have been put on this earth. I'm not sure why that's an issue.
Since Eve first menstruated after the apple.
Yes. So I'm not sure why this is an issue.
Well, against all other issues, right?
Right. So yeah, so if you guys want to go to Guam Blog,
No,
please,
read it. Read the rest of it.
I'm done. That's the main. That's it. That don't make it. The rest is just.
Okay, I want to read it then, because
Then read it.
it's funny. The Bureau of Women's Affairs had been a long-faded memory, mostly because it was previously a useless office that served only to funnel money into someone's pocket as political payoff. That's true. Then the island's first elected female governor, Lulian Guerrero, decided to resurrect it to a zombie-like existence last January. Not long after taking office this year, the Leon Guerrero administration announced the hiring of Jane Flores as the director of the resuscitated bureau. Flores came to the post from Guam Community College, where she had been in charge of community and public relations. Governor Leon Guerrero's choice for director has since proven to be a joke, an expensive, taxpayer-funded joke on the island's women and girls. What has been made of the bureau under Flores' leadership drives home what a growing number of island residents are increasingly beginning to suspect: just how out of touch and out of sync the entire Leon Guerrero administration is with the people and the needs of the community. In February, Flores told island media the main priority and focus of the revived bureau would be to solicit, collect, and distribute free tampons and pads for students at island schools. And then it says, when we think of poverty, hunger, and homelessness are what usually come to mind. What we don't often think about is the inability for some to afford toiletries and items like tampons and pads. And the reality is people are often too ashamed or embarrassed to bring up the topic. I think this is a quote from Jane Flores. And so Romeo, I love his graphics. He calls it period poverty. Is that an always? Mm-hmm. That's an always type. Mm-hmm. So in a caricature to always too expensive. Period poverty, as it's called, is a cause activists have fought to bring awareness to for years now, particularly in the third world economies where women and girls are disproportionately impacted by poverty. While an important issue, it had not been one of the more pressing needs on the public's radar here on Guam. Nonetheless, Flores said it would be a primary focus of her mission at the Bureau. Flores also stated two other important missions for the Bureau would include the more critical matter of sexual assault and domestic violence. She said she intended to launch an awareness campaign aimed at young men across all cultures and a campaign to help people complete their GED. At the time, Flores said the anti-violence campaign would point out the social ramifications of assaulting a person, whether male, female, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, or questioning, as well as that's what that Q means. It's questioning, as well as the economic ramifications for the perpetrator. Flores told senators rather presciently, in light of the frightening spike in violent assaults against women and young girls, that she believed, quote, now is the time to focus these campaigns toward the young men on our island and the young men who come to our island from the outer islands, so that we can start the movement to make any type of assault simply not culturally or socially acceptable. However, a look at the Facebook page for the Guam Bureau of Women's Affairs quickly reveals the total failure of the Bureau and its leadership to address the critical situation women are in on Guam relative to daily media reports of rape, assault, abuse, kidnapping, and brutal violence. And here are some posts from the Bureau of Women's Affairs page on Facebook. What in the hell is relax, soak, says what? And what is that line? Whoopi Goldberg launches line tomorrow.
I wonder how Jane Forrest feels. Going from whatever she was doing before to this. You think because of the money that's being made, she doesn't really have to do much?
No, she was making more money over at GCC.
So
I think.
How do you think she feels? I would feel like, I
Well,
don't know.
I mean, I think she was empowered by the governor to go after like the big ticket issues.
And that's the fucking period issue?
Well, like Romeo says, it's probably because she's out of touch. Which is, it's so hard to believe about Jane because, I don't know, she just seems to always be on top of these issues. And I guess maybe there's something to be said. And it's something that's very true, very easy to happen. And many times when I was at Adelup, I would catch myself falling into this trap. When you're at Adelup, it is very easy to become insulated and to become out of touch, where you once were on the ground with your ear to the ground, understanding what people need, and then all of a sudden you're just another bureaucrat or someone who doesn't know.
Look at what a child was drugged, raped, impregnated, and because no doctor in Guam performs abortions any longer, the 12-year-old girl must now carry her rapist baby to term. What is this word? I don't know what this word is.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh my God, Romeo. Okay, the whatever director of the Bureau of Women's Affairs sensed none of the cruel irony in her statement last week to a PDN reporter when she exploited the tragic case of the child rape victim's horrendous situation as a political pivot for her pro-abortion stance. Quote, "There's no one on island that will help her," the tone-deaf florist said. She was right, there isn't, not even Jane.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking for a lighter.
Oh, Josh, it's right there.
Oh.
I'm concerned about this because Jane says there's nobody that will help this little girl.
Yeah, there's no abortion doctors.
Okay. So we just.
But she said that I remember there was a report about how she was on the look for one or something. She's doing some campaign where she was looking for abortion doctors, and of course the pro-life people were up in arms about that. But
I honestly, I'm pro-choice. It's really up to that person. I mean, I have 6 kids, but if I was raped, I would not want to carry that baby. And nowhere in Guam, there's no abortion doctor.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know why. Oh, I think 2 of them went
Retired.
No, 2 of them went crazy or something.
No, they just retired, Troy.
The Boompercons? No, there was a husband and wife team, and then the last 2 retired. Yeah. But Dr. Tom Shea said that there are doctors who will perform abortions, but that's when you get
At risk.
No, that's when you get to GMH and you're in the. It's
Yeah,
as a
because
result
already-
of another procedure. or
Right.
something, Yeah. Not because it's not an elective abortion procedure.
Yeah, and I think doctors would be scared to have an abortion clinic here because of how Catholic run it is and just the pushback you get.
Oh, the wackos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I really think it is. I think what's happening, everything's adding up that the governor is actually disconnected from people, and the only people to blame are the people below her.
well, actually, ultimately, it's her fault.
It is, but imagine what they're putting in her ear to benefit them.
It's her fault for not listening to anyone else.
Well, she'll figure it out.
At election day.
Oh wait, can we go? They're charging us for we sent out a lot of FOIAs, and we actually got back a email charging us like 62 cents.
66 cents.
66 cents we have to go to the Treasurer of Guam and pay for.
Not for copies or pieces of paper. They're charging us for the submission of digital files, email. They're charging us for email, like by the page of email. I didn't even know that email had like pages, you know, like what the fuck is that?
And what we requested was actually the calendars.
The governor's calendar, Tony Babauska's calendar.
Yeah.
So like when we get pushback like that, all we think is, what are they hiding?
They're hiding something.
You see, like, it's just when we ask for things, just give us the answer.
We have not gone to the Treasury to pay the goddamn 66 cents just because we are in awe.
No, well, it's because we just a fair warning. We are planning to take it to like a much more epic level. Like, all right, you want to charge us 66 cents? Let's see what legal and financial remedies are available to us. And let's see how dramatic we can make this. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we may just be like a couple of reformed crackheads who are now in journalism. But at the end of the day, we are still just a couple of very epic divas.
Well, it shows that they're getting tired of us and they're just trying to do whatever to get rid of us. So we ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
Hey, if Eddie Calvo couldn't get rid of me. Hey guys. If Ray Tenorio couldn't get rid of her.
If Mandania couldn't get rid of me.
A whole police DEA task force couldn't get rid of her. What the fuck do you think you're gonna do? Fucking snowflakes. All right.
What else? Oh, let's see.
We're gonna do a phone call to follow up on the girl at Mount Carmel.
Check your phone, Troy.
What was that? Hi, Christy. May I please speak with either the Chief of Police or Sergeant Paul Tapao? This is Johnnie and Troy, and we're live on our show.
Hi.
Hi.
You know what? The chief is not in at the moment, so let me try and get you Sergeant Tapao.
Okay, thank you.
What? Where are those two?
Right there.
Where's Josh? Where's Daddy? Go find him.
Probably the CBD shop.
797-4237.
That watch out when you driving by Harmon McDonald's intersection. GPD is set up with a lot of cops, even at Payless Oka too.
Troy, I'm going to go ahead and transfer you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, and don't forget, we're going to show the painting, okay?
Oh, yeah. Hi, Sergeant Tapao. This is Johnnie and Troy.
Hello?
Hi, Sergeant Tapao.
Hey, I can barely hear you, sir. Can you speak up?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Johnnie and Troy.
Mm-hmm.
We are following up to see if any criminal investigation has started about the incident with the 12-year-old girl at Mount Carmel.
I'm sorry?
The 12-year-old girl at Mount Carmel.
Oh yes, we are currently working that case with our domestic assault response team. That's an ongoing investigation at this time.
Oh, thank you, Sergeant Tapao. Thank you so much, and thank everybody at GPD for. Thank you guys. I'm kind of speechless about that.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
yeah, absolutely. No, I apologize for I guess for the delay in the response because we were working closely with the Office of the Attorney General and, researching where the case was at and everything. So it was actually referred to our office. So we're working closely with them. So our officers, our investigators from GPD's Domestic Assault Response Team have actually initiated an investigation on our end relative to the Mount Carmel incident.
Well, God bless you guys, because
Thank you.
yeah, you guys are the only ones who seem to.
Yep.
Done something.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Yes. If there's any update on the administrative investigation on Officer AJ Balahaja.
It's an administrative investigation. We cannot expound anything on it until the completion or until any adverse action is brought forth. Our internal affairs, our investigators from internal affairs continue the investigation.
Okay.
And I believe they are still working on that. So we can't really expound that much on any administrative investigation from our end until the completion of the investigation.
Okay. Cool. That's all we have. Is there anything that you wanted to get out to the community?
No, in light of what's been going on for the past couple of weeks, we just, would like to continue to encourage the community to please be, just be very proactive, be vigilant. If you see something, say something, report it to the authorities, make better judgment out there. It's the summer months. We're seeing, there's a lot of activities going on, so please celebrate responsibly. People who, the community members who are going to be indulging and celebrating our liberation, to please designate a responsible sober driver. Should you choose to consume any adult alcohol beverages or consuming any recreational cannabis, designate a responsible sober driver. Our highway patrol officers are going to be out there. We are beefing up our presence with our patrol officers. So please, there's, in line of what's going on, our office of community affairs can continue to work with, the concerns from the community, addressing certain issues and stuff. And, when we make the announcements for our town hall meetings, we encourage the community to come out and provide input, recommendation, and suggestions,
Yeah.
Every opinion matters, every comment matters, every recommendation, suggestion matters to us. We'll take it and, we'll work together finding solutions and identifying the social ills that surround, what's going on within our community. So, thank you to everybody for being patient with the Guam Police Department, and, we want to thank everybody for trusting and believing in GPD.
Well, thank you for all this work that's being done, especially in this in investigating these crimes against women and children. That's
Absolutely. Thank you again. Appreciate
thank you.
Guys.
Thanks, Sergeant Tapal. Appreciate it.
Okay, take care. Be safe.
Bye. Sorry. So, that's breaking news. There is a criminal investigation into the incident with a 12-year-old girl at Mount Carmel. We weren't previously aware that a criminal investigation had begun, but Sergeant Paul Tapal is not able to tell us more. Of course, it's an investigation, so they're not able to say many things that wouldn't jeopardize the integrity of the investigation. But the fact that they, and according to Sergeant Tapal, the Attorney General's office, are running with this, for the weeks that we spent chasing down this story, it felt like it wasn't going anywhere, that this 12-year-old girl wasn't going to get any justice whatsoever. Like, what was done to her wasn't going to be righted, and thankfully that's not true. Yeah, that something's happening. God bless them.
We're not a full of shit news organization. We don't just talk shit and just hear something and talk about it. We actually look at everything that's going on. His side, their side, the other side, the back side, the front side. And there's always some kind of truth to some kind of story. So even if it was a little bit of truth, and because all these powers above her were trying we're trying to cover this up. So let's just hope and pray that God gives wisdom to the AG's office, and God gives wisdom to the police department, and convicts the child's parents' hearts to get that little girl some help.
And convicts other people who were involved in the cover-up in the court of law.
No, God will take care of them. No, I want knowledge and for these people that want to help her. So all of God will take care of them in due time.
With a little push.
Yes.
Sometimes you just have to give karma just a little kick in the butt.
So I'm very happy that they're doing something about it. I knew it. I knew that's why they wouldn't respond to us, whoever was involved.
Because they were on it.
Because they probably got interviewed, and they said you're not allowed to speak to so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and I'm glad that they didn't answer us and let us know that.
And to that person,
thank you
we
so
know
much.
Thank you for your courage, and for the courage of others who may have been interviewed in this. Good job. What you did not only was courageous, but more importantly, it's heroic for the justice that this 12-year-old girl deserves, and anyone else who may have been a victim in this, because who knows, right?
Yeah.
Well, the police and the AG's office will find out.
And don't believe that anymore. If you are a victim of any kind of assault, if the person who's assaulting you tells you, they're not going to do anything about it, come to Kandit, and we'll make sure something's done about it.
We'll make sure. It's kind of hard to get rid of us.
Yeah.
So, well, that makes me so happy. So, another bit of happy news is that Judge Maria Senzon sentenced, I think the last name is Cimarron, one of the two who assaulted and killed Gilbert Alvarez Jr.
Yes.
3 years ago, I think it was.
To life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Without the that is a badass sentence.
Yeah.
That's like the most, right, on Guam that you can get?
Yes.
Life in prison without the possibility of parole. This motherfucker is never going to see the outside of prison again. And when you consider that he and his joke of a fucking crime partner.
The victim was giving them his truck. He would have gave it to them. That was a senseless murder.
And I believe he was an only child, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, he left a wife and kids behind too.
So, Judge Maria Senzon, good on you. Like, honestly, all this shit that we've been hearing from the judiciary, Marlene Ewely being released on personal recognizance.
Me having to attend anger management. I still don't understand why.
It's like the wrong part of the duo to get anger management.
That was my sentence. I have to go to anger management. I never assaulted anybody.
I was like, Chalo, I'll go with you.
Marlene Ewely killed a kid.
She killed a kid. She's
on personal recognizance.
She's out on personal recognizance. What judge did that? Benjamin Cizon. Thanks, Charlie. Yeah. Benjamin Cizon.
Who else?
Well, let's put it this way: all the druggies get $10,000 to $50,000.
No, even Joe Boy. There's a Jose Kirigua that is taking his case to trial in federal court. I guess during the first day of his trial, his jury selection.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's too much pressure on him, and he chose to get high.
Okay.
And the judge said, "You know what? You're endangering the community, so I'm going to put you in jail while your trial's happening."
How's that endangering the community?
I don't know.
See, the judge is so fucking dumb. Is it Judge Gatewood?
Yes.
Fucking dumb fuck. She don't know shit. She should know shit because her nephew's a fucking druggie. Like.
And she's paid for his
treatment
twice.
Off island, because she doesn't trust the treatment centers here on Guam. Yeah. Guam's not good enough.
So they put Joe Boy in jail.
But she can buy butterball turkeys from here, and it's just fine.
You know that's gluttony, or what is that called?
Gluttony. She is.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so Joe Boy's back in prison because he chose to go to his jury selection high, and he didn't lie about it either. So she said, "Well, you're in danger to this community because you chose to get high."
Well, if she said something like you're violating your your
She did.
pretrial
She said.
release
She
conditions
said
or
you're
whatever.
not listening to the judge. You didn't follow the judge's orders.
Okay, well then fine, right? But you're an endangerment to the community.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's stupid. So, Judge Gatewood's that's ridiculous already. Let's see what the comments are before we end this.
Because I want to have a cigarette.
Haga Haga, get it?
I don't get it.
It sounds funny though.
Magahaga, get it.
We have to think that what we were saying around that time. That's from Linda Dinga Sablon Nidog.
There are protesters in front of MPG and Sago Manago.
What's MPG?
Where Badalio's at. Mariana's Physicians Group.
Mariana's Physicians Group?
Yeah, Sago.
Oh, they're protesting the...
I think no abortion.
They don't even do abortions at Saguanyagu.
Well, I don't know what A's saying. What
No, but that's
Adrian's
true.
saying.
There are those protesters who are in front of Saguanyagu.
I haven't gone there.
The abortion protesters. Read a book. Jesus Christ. Mark Owen says, pop up bus stop churches like the one at the polyclinic in Frank Paris says, finally watching you live. Hi, Frank. Adrian Camacho says, you mean her husband? He's under, what's this?
He's under her.
Who's husband?
I don't know.
Who? Adrian, who are you talking about there? Mark Ernest says, does that mean we can partake in recreational cannabis at the parade? I don't think so.
No, you're only
you
allowed to
cannot.
smoke cannabis in your own home.
So don't light up the parade grounds with weed, all right? There are kids around. Mm-hmm. I guess that's sort of a double standard because there's alcohol all throughout. It's about halfway through the parade because it's so hot and people are sweating and they've been there for the night before.
How long has cannabis been good to? When did they pass the law? How many months?
I don't know.
We haven't heard. Oh, I went and they fucking stabbed my wife because I was stoned. I'm waiting. We're waiting.
No one. I don't think anyone's violent. You're less violent.
I know that.
When you're on weed.
Yeah, and let's do the statistics with beer.
And you know that like when Johnnie and I talk about weed, we're completely unbiased because we don't even like weed. Yeah. All right, like to us,
I don't smoke weed.
It's a stupid drug.
I don't.
But hey, if you like weed, we don't care.
You're my friend.
Just don't fucking drive stoned because no one likes a stoned driver. This is the remnants of that stupid flu, but I'm not gonna die unless it's from meningitis from
Nobody
my ear
called
infection.
us, guys.
Yeah, we're nice to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're not the ones calling you, then you're okay, you know.
Oh, and then if we missed anything that you want us to talk about, just message us on Kandit's Messenger, and then we'll bring it up. And we won't say your name if you don't want, you know. Just bring it up and give us a little time to figure out what you're saying, and you know,
yeah,
we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Anything and everything.
Yeah. Especially if you're talking shit about somebody else. We'll work through those weeds and stuff, you know.
What did that lady say when she said about the priests and I think they're bumping butts? Right? What did that lady say?
Pumping butts.
The lieutenant governor and Roy
Rusticchio.
What you do in your bedroom is your business.
Happy Gay Pride Month. Go pump butts, guys. From the front end to the back end. All right.
Have a good day.
Buenas tardes. Goodbye.